Hi. How's it going? Ugh. How we doing? Hello, Draco. Mm. You're doodling train cards. Interesting. holding... Ah, yes. I just wanted to have a little chat with you guys. Well, do some embroidery in the background. I would show you, but first of all, I'm holding this little in my crotch. Second of all, I don't currently have a setup in which I can do 2 cameras. Because I need one for my tracking. And I would use my phone, but it's, because it's Android with, like all of that stuff, it's less quality than, like, the, Google Media Pipe tracker, so... I'm like doing a very simple, pillowcase. Well, I say very simple, it's a very repetitive pattern, it's not necessarily very easy. I'm currently doing a double cross-stitch pattern. Yeah, I mean, knitting is easy, but you also kind of have to have a knack for it, because, I see a lot of people, like, doing knitting or crocheting as well, at the studio I go to. And it's still pretty easy for them to end up at a wrong count, even when you're just doing the same count every single time. Because either they end up with more or they end up with less. I've not knitting in the past as well, although I was mostly knitting, little scarves for my plushies. Yeah, there were many a time that I had to go to my mom and she had to fix it because I ended up with one extra or one too little. So, I know, I stick through embroidery. Hi, Flutie. Yeah, a blanket is a really white scarf, technically. Or is a scarf just a thin blanket? But yeah, I started doing embroidery at the studio, and I was doing an easier pattern there, and I was like, I want to do this at home, because, like, I don't have the energy to, like, go to the studio very often anymore now. So I was like, I really enjoy doing it, I just half of the time don't have the energy to, like, get out of the house. Hi, Lego. So I got my own stuff. I got the same book as they have there for like repetitive embroidery patterns. I'm doing yarn embroidery. I picked out something that fit the amount of colors I have, which ended up being the double cross-stitch pattern, where I just I make little diamonds of cross stitches. And I've been I picked a pattern that fit my attention span. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely also a lot of patterns in that book where it's just like, it's not really it's a lot more thinking Because the one that I'm doing at the studio, that one is like, it's always the same stitch length. It's always 5 squares. It's just a lot of square counting that you have to do. But the one that I picked is like literally every single time 5 squares. And then it's like you repeat it a certain amount of times, so you move a couple over, and then you form a pattern out of that, and then you do the lines, and then you fill it in with your other colors, and then ta-da. So as soon as you've done basically like one of those, you know your pattern basically. With this, it's a pretty easy pattern because it's also every single time like it's in 5s. Hi Shulk, thank you for the nice cock. I grew it myself. What I end up doing with my, like when I finish a part of my embroidery, or like I run out of yarn to work with, I like tuck it under my other stitches so that it stays secure. But you probably can't really do that with knitting, so I don't know what you can do that. You can probably Google your exact problem. Like your exact question, but like I get that you're just like, okay, you showed me this part now, but how do I do this? People are setting off fireworks outside again. Yeah. They don't have the time. Kraber? Well, I don't see Kraber. There's some knitting groups? Yeah, I mean... You can also go to Reddit. Ah, fuck, I'm talking too much. I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. Fuck. Wrong one. There hasn't to ask Reddit? Yeah, I mean, maybe someone has already asked it for you. That would be the easy part. Although a lot of hobby, like, subreddits are pretty nice. Reddit the second Google. Hi, Adam. Good to see you. And thank you for the 15 months, Sam. Thank you, thank you. You shouldn't assume that hobby Reddit is as trash as the rest. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of wholesome subreddits if you know where to find them. It isn't all like the subreddits you like hear a lot about, where a lot of nasty shit happens. Hi, Mimi. There's also like art subreddits that are pretty wholesome. A lot of conspiracy theory, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of places that are weird. But it's not like Twitter where you have to see them. Your Reddit is pretty trash. Not surprised. Thank God there isn't an EQ subreddit. Wasn't there though? Did we not have one? I thought we did. It sank into the abyss. Yeah, yeah. The Zaga subreddit one? Oh god. Mimi! Oh my god. 3 years. Checks out. I was supposed to celebrate my, 3-year affiliate anniversary. Unfortunately, I didn't end up being able to do that when I had originally planned it because, like 2 days before I wanted to celebrate that, me and my parents got into a pretty huge fight, which ended up with the words, like, the word divorce being thrown around, which understandably has left me not really feeling like doing anything. Especially because there is a chance that if the divorce does happen and we have to like sell the house and move somewhere else, that I won't have the luxuries I have here to be able to stream. So originally I just didn't really feel like going back to streaming if I was going to lose it anyway. But I figured I wanted to at least like have a little chat with you guys about everything that has been going on. You know, without being tied down to character limits on Twitter and stuff. So that's kind of why I'm here. Yeah, it's been a rough time. I'm also back in therapy for like a pretty heavy subject that has affected me personally a lot. Which was today, so I am pretty worn out. But hey, that kind of just made me wanna just have a little talk. Because I also realized that it can be comforting to have a chat with you guys, so that's why I'm here. You know, I have my embroidery. It's basically a fidget toy. Talking is always good for the mental health, yeah. Yeah, I've realized that. Definitely, I was just wondering if I had that on. Arts and crafts and fidgeting something into existence? Yeah? Basically. I watched that happen on 2 monitors. What happened? I swear I saw a message pop up and then it disappeared. Oh, no, wait, that was... never mind. That was the hype train being closed message just disappearing. A little snacky. Let's do those. Rick, are you using knitting needles as figures for Naruto hand signs? Finally started therapy last Nice.
Good work.
As I said, I finished my therapy for self-discovery and like actually working towards knowing what my full autism diagnosis is. So I finished that. I'm pretty well educated on how I work as a person. It's just that in like the last couple of years, I've slowly come to realize that I am a lot more affected by a past traumatic event than I thought I was. You can hear the struggle in me talking about it because it's difficult. But I'm in therapy for that now. I had my first session for that today. It's yeah. I definitely didn't realize how bad it was until like more recently. Yeah, I have the luck that I still have my same therapist. So it's not like I have to like do like reintroductions and that kind of stuff, but just like talking about like everything. It's rough. Yeah, I mean, I'm like one of those people where it's only recently where I've been like fully open about what has been going on with me actually. Because I'm also lying to myself basically. It's not like that I'm like trying to really hide information from people. It's more that I'm like trying to hide it from myself as well. Because of that, sometimes I'm just not like entirely honest about like what's actually like going on and stuff. Like recently I've been so tired that I've basically like lost my my mask entirely. And I've been a lot more open about like how much I'm struggling and stuff. Because it's like, it's not like it's entirely unknown that I'm like dealing with like depression and that kind of stuff. Because I have a diagnosis for that, but I just don't often talk about like all of the little details of like what I'm feeling and what's bothering me and why I'm so down in the dumps. I just I don't have the energy anymore to like keep that mask of like that I'm still like somewhat going through things alive. Just like I actually like look so tired now instead of, you know, I'm still having a little smile on my face and that kind of stuff. I just look dead. Like so dead. And because of that, it's just been like, well, I might as well be like open about, you know, like the trauma I'm struggling with and why, and how like everything in the house going on is affecting me. And yeah, It's been a rough time recently. Because basically what happened to me was that I was assaulted as a kid. And I haven't really been open about that until recently. Because it hasn't been until I actually got into a relationship where these things can be brought up that I realized how much it was bothering me. I realized a little bit about a year before that probably a good chunk of me being asexual did come from that trauma. Which is why you haven't seen me really do much with Pride Month in the recent years, because it's just so difficult being proud of myself like that when my identity comes from something that was something negative that happened to me. So I haven't really done anything with that in recent years. I don't know if I will do this year again, because I know it's coming up pretty soon, and it's just Pride Month should be about being proud of yourself and your gender identity, your sexuality, that kind of stuff. But it's just I'm not. How could I be proud of that? And so that's been really difficult for me. And it's also been really difficult, actually having a relationship to realizing, that is, that I can't do what is normally expected. Also, thank you. Sorry that you drop into such a heavy conversation, but thank you for the compliment for my model. But yeah, it's been difficult. I'm in therapy for that now, so I am working on processing it and hopefully being affected by it less. But that, talking about that and everything is so rough. But hey, little steps, I guess. But yeah, pairing that with having just all of the other things that have been happening recently. I've been really burnt out. Of course, the whole fight with my parents, and the uncertainty about what's going to happen with that. I was already tired. And I was going to take a week break, and then that happened, and now I'm even more tired. And I'm constantly stressed out, just making me sick a lot again, and it's just not a fun time. Yeah, it's just it's difficult to explain all this without having a 50 tweet long thread. So that's why I also just kind of wanted to talk about it, more in real time. Looks like we have an ad break coming in soon. I just wanted to be open and honest with where I am Like, I want to say that I'm okay. I'm not really okay, but, you know, I'm alive. Yeah, it's understandable. I'm I'm glad it is. I just wish it wasn't always like this. 'Cause this is just what happens every single time. Like, I try to take steps towards making my life better, and then I just get this shit. Like, I try my best to take steps towards, like, recovery, you know, getting my life a little bit more back on track, or, you know, just similar things that will make things easier for me, and then just shit. Always shit. Won't always be like this. Someday you'll have your own place. Yeah. That's like my hope that, like, one day it'll stop being like this, and I'll have my own place. And I'm, like, not as affected by, like, all the things, like, happening around me anymore. But getting there is really rough. Especially also because it's a big question whether or not I'll be like, whether I'll be granted disability status or not. Because we are working on, like, applying for that. Because if I could get disability status and get money, because I'm unfit for work, that would help a lot. Back from ads, welcome back. It's yeah, we're trying to apply for disability status, but because, like, in, like, recent years they've been taking autism less and less serious. Uh, I'm probably not getting it. Let's be real here. Thank you, Mimi, but I don't think that that'll help me. Let's be real here. I appreciate the thought, but let's be real here. I don't think that really. I don't think that really does anything for me here. As much as I wish it would. I still need to go to the doctor to, like, get a, like, hopefully get an official diagnosis on having burnout, because that could help a lot with, you know, at least having something to prove that I can't work because I get burned out over fucking everything. Yeah, like, unfortunately, in recent years, the view on autism has swapped from, basically getting you any disability status to, every instance basically complaining that, you know, other people with autism can work normally, why can't you? Like, it's like they don't look at what all you're dealing with, and they just see autism and they're like, well, they can work, so you can too. It's just like, that's not, it's a spectrum, that's not how it works. But they don't care. Like, probably they'll try to get me, on, like, some, like, special work program where it's like either you work in an environment better for disabled people. Yeah, great. Or it's like you work part-time, you get paid for full-time, and, like, the government pays the rest of your salary. So it's like your employer pays your actual work hours, and then the gap between, like, your actual hours and, like, your full-time hours will be paid by the government. And that what Jazz has, the disability friendly work environment? I think so, although I think it's mandatory in Germany. Not here. Yeah. Yeah, so there's work options, but then again, you have to look at the fact that yeah, I've seen, like, so much shit in America about how there's so much discrimination against people with autism. I'm just like, more reasons I'm not moving the fuck over there, because holy shit. But yeah, I don't know. Shit sucks, man. Yeah, I mean, there probably could be jobs out there somewhere, like, work without, like, it being, like, a big strain on me. But first of all, I have no qualifications. I haven't finished high school. I'm, like, basically, like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do a study to get a qualification for any job. And literally, I got burnt out doing a day and a half of being outside of my home, doing things I'm enjoying with people who share my hobbies. And other than that, I have either a morning with grandma and an appointment, or 2 appointments instead of going to grandma. And I got burned out. That burned me out. I'm doing shit I enjoy. And I got burned out from that. How in the fuck am I supposed to be able to work a job? Yeah, that is, like, one autistic trait that is, like, sought after. Also in, like, IT stuff. Because, like, if you're building, if you're, like, working on, like, making a website or stuff, and, it, you're like put on quality control as an autistic person, and it doesn't do exactly what it says it's supposed to do. It goes back, not done. But like a lot of neurotypicals will be like, you know what? It doesn't do exactly what it says it's supposed to do, but it's like it's functional, so it's good enough. But like a lot of autistic people are like, nope, doesn't do exactly what it does. Fix it. So like there's like a lot of places, well, not a lot of places, some places that will like, and I'm speaking like purely like quality control. Like there's like places that will hire autistic people for quality control of like the stuff they're working on. But again, finding one of those places kind of difficult. They're not really advertised, and it's not like they, you know, go to you and be like, hey, you're autistic, come over. It's just, it's just, like, difficult to find something that also works with my current environment. Yeah, I can't argue with that, Rico. Also, yeah, Adam, I've been, like, I wish I could find, like, a remote job where, you know, it's, like, not too taxing on me, like, not, like, too many contacts with people, and just, like, doing an easy thing. But, again, where the fuck do I hope to get in with my situation? Yeah, I heard all about that experience, so I remember. Yeah, my situation is just tricky because I also like even if I like get a job somewhere and it's like further away, I can't really move out very far right now. Because I do basically all of the household tasks for grandma. So if I like move too far out, then that becomes a problem. But that's also just like we're trying to like find an assisted living space for me. So that like when I move out it's not like I'm immediately thrown into the deep, like I have like someone to like help me when I'm confused about this or that, or you know, that kind of stuff. But like a lot of them just won't work for me. Cause like I'm not the type of person to vibe with having like a shared kitchen. 'Cause people are nasty. Like, people are fucking nasty. I don't wanna cook my shit in a dirty ass kitchen. It's just like, it's like an apartment complex. But it's just like, you have like your own room, your own like bathroom and that kind of stuff, but the kitchen is shared. And there's like a bit of like a shared like living room space as well, like attached to it. Yeah, not enough room for myself there. Also because you're all cramped into the same space. Internet is fucking shit. So it's like, well, there goes my streaming hobby, I suppose. It's like one person is downloading something and goodbye, internet. Also, because you're packed together and probably the walls are a little bit thin, forget about being loud late at night. So, I'm not speaking to like half of my friend group, because they're like, you know, Americans. Even if I could have separate internet for myself, you know how fucking expensive this shit is? Even if I manage to get on disability, I don't got the money for that. So, like, I'm fucked. So, like, that's like one of the things, like, that's not gonna work for me. Then there's ones where it's just like either like a row of houses or like a regular apartment complex. So it's just like, has like people there that you can like call over when you need something. That's more what I'm looking for. However, first of all, I have to be able to get in there with my current financial situation. Second, it has to be near where I currently live because of Grandma. Third, if I am moving out of town, it has to be in a town which City Council will give me the same shit as I have now. Because if you don't know, the system in the Netherlands is that if you get like, if you're like going to a place for like disabilities or you get like in-home help, it has to go through the city council. But not all of them work with the same people. And sometimes getting to cooperate is very difficult, I have experienced. And I want to keep my autism coaches. And I want to keep going to the studio. So if I move out, and I move to a place that doesn't give me either of these, great. Fun. That's gone. So I am really not in an easy situation of like, you know, moving out, finding financial stability, all that shit. Like, basically, the only Hail Mary I have is that Lego like comes over, moves in, and we find a place together. That is like the one saving grace I have. And that looks to be out in the far future right now. So, yeah. It's definitely better than moving to America, yeah. That it is. I am not moving to America. I like having rights. I like having rights. Let's all go live with Wogma. Yeah. Honestly, Wogma probably would take me in if I really asked, but then again, how am I gonna fucking get into Canada? It's like, Sam, what we, like, want to do is that he, like, moves over here, and then we get, like, our own, like, apartment or something together, and then we're no, you know, free of all the bullshit regarding, like, my parents and shit. It depends on how legally you want to enter Canada, yeah. For, no reason in particular, I think I would want to enter legally. You know? Like, technically, like, when I could try moving to, a country that isn't America or the Netherlands, but again... How the fuck am I getting into a different country with my situation? Because, like, a lot of countries, like, for you to be able to move there, they expect you to bring something to the table, and I absolutely do not because of my disabilities. Lazaga Streamer House. I mean, there's talks about that. Like, we joke about it on occasion. You say, like, to move in with, like, Pluty and Mimi, but, like, their internet is fucking shit. If we, like, get on that network, it's absolutely going to shit the bed. This is why you need, like, 4 people to afford a house. I don't bring shit to the table! I don't have an income! So you're still one person short! Like, that's the whole problem here. I don't have an income. Yeah, okay, but, like, America is, like, batshit insane with, like, landlords and shit. Oh, my neck. Oh, God. Need to, like, snap my, my joints real quick. Yeah, the shit sucks. I'm just... It honestly feels hopeless at the moment. It's like I'm stuck between my parents having a fight over their relationship. Which, even though my mom is, like, adamant that it's not my fault, my dad likes to think otherwise sometimes. And I definitely feel responsible because, you know, my mom said that she was like making it into a big thing because of me and like my stuff, and now I'm like affected by it. So it's like thanks, but now I kind of feel responsible because you know if I wasn't autistic and I wasn't like easily bothered by all this shit, you wouldn't be fighting over this. And yeah, I don't know. I just wish I was normal. And I remain so like, well, no one's normal, but at least let me be like functional. It's like that's like what I like kind of hate about like the whole campaign of like autism is like a beautiful thing and yada yada. It takes away the struggle that we go through, because in the end it's still a disability. And like they're like, you know, you should think about it positively, like autism can be like a beautiful thing, and it's just like it's also just like they try to separate autism from like you as a person, and it's just like if like autism was separated from me, I wouldn't be sat here having this shit. It's like I talked about this with my therapist because she's like always just like, you know, like your autism doesn't define you, and you should like look at it also more positively because it's like it makes you also like into a wonderful person and yada yada. I'm just like, thanks, but actually my autism does kind of define me, because I would not be the same person without having autism, and it's not like I can turn it off. Like, as much as I wish I could, I am stuck with it. I was born with it, I'm gonna be stuck with it. And this whole, like, speak of, like, that it doesn't define me and all that stuff takes away the fact that it is me. Like, no amount of sweet words will take away the fact that autism is me. And it's like, I appreciate the talk about, you know, that there's, like, positive qualities to having autism. But that takes away from the fact that it also ruins a lot of things in my life. There's so many things that I struggle with because of it. And no matter what beautiful qualities it gives me, that doesn't unruin what, like, it doesn't make my life better. You see, these positive qualities won't get me a job. They won't get me understanding from other people. And it just... yeah. I don't know, like, it's also just, like... it was, like, a lot of focus, about... correcting people instead of saying autistic to saying, like, a person with autism. And I'm just like, no, I am autistic. That is just what I am. So yeah, like I have my disagreements with how autism is like treated, even like the mental health field. But, yeah. Thankies. Yeah, that. Oh my god. One of my old city council representatives had that mindset of, oh, you complete your the goals that you put on your plan. You're cured, right? You don't need us anymore? You ever heard of someone say just ignore it? How about you ignore your leg then? Yeah. It's also just like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but autism is a very male-focused diagnosis. I don't know if you know about that, but it's like a lot of things they look for when diagnosing you with autism is based off of what they have seen in men. Only recently have they started looking at how autism presents itself in women, and maybe they will adapt to that. Because it is a pretty big difference. And because of that, also, a lot of women get misdiagnosed. I wasn't, luckily, but there's, like, a lot of talk about older women, who are, like, diagnosed as, like, bipolar and stuff, and, like... Excuse me. That's my tea. Let it have it. Okay, there we go. But there's like been a lot of talks about like older women, especially who were first like diagnosed with like bipolar or that kind of stuff, and like given like wrong like medications, treated as insane, it's like involuntarily committed and that kind of stuff, or like downright like tortured, all because they were truly, like, they were autistic all along. They were just not given a diagnosis because they didn't have the symptoms that present in men. It's also a lot more difficult to diagnose someone because they're more likely to have a social mask. And that's also true for me. Because I originally didn't get my diagnosis, actually. Because, first of all, a lot of questions in getting diagnosed are based around whether or not you know what your behaviors, like, if they're normal or not. How the fuck am I supposed to know if what I'm doing is normal or not? Because, like, I really didn't think of my diagnosis, and it was, like, only, like, after I, like, started, like, not vibing with my therapist that I ended up getting it, because I was, like, getting autistic shutdowns and stuff. And even that wasn't recognized. Too real? But, like, that's, like, a big part of, like, getting diagnosed. It's just, like, what is normal and what isn't. Like, you just sat there, like, I think I'm normal, and then turns out you're not. But it's just like, how was I supposed to know that? Because, like, I've been like this my entire life, and no one has pointed it out, and it's weird. Yeah, I had that less. Like, I had that less, it's like, in primary school? So I just was a shy kid. I wasn't, like, compared to, like, some other, like, people in my class, I wasn't, like, necessarily, like, acting all that weird. I was just, like, I was a little bit more picky, and I was, like, shy. So, like, I didn't really get, like, a lot of attention because I was a straight A student. I didn't really need a lot of, like, attention. And there were, like, kids in the class that, like, needed active help. So, I would, like, it wasn't really noticed then, but once I, like, got to high school, I started noticing, like, a lot more things that I was like, huh? It's like, I don't do that like other people. That's when I started, like, building my mask, and by the time that I, like, was, when I was 16, when I was, like, working towards, like, getting a diagnosis and stuff, I had so much of a mask that I, like, personally was forgetting that some of my autistic traits existed. And so originally, I just didn't get my diagnosis. But I didn't really vibe with my therapist that much. Because I was 16, I was still going to, like, a kid therapist. And I was treated as such. I was treated as a single-digit age child. Which, you know... Yeah, not great. Not great when you're 16, 17. You're, like, you know, on your way to, like, becoming an adult, and this is, like, everything is, like, explained with, like, crude little drawings and shit, and you're just sat there, like, thanks? Can I be, like, treated like a person now? What the fuck am I doing here? There. But yeah, I slowly started to, like, not vibe anymore, because, like, she was, like, employing, like, the typical, I guess, like, parenting style of, like, oh, this person is, like, this person is, like, not doing as asked, or let's threaten them with something. That doesn't fucking work for me, dog. No, that'll just make me hate you, and then I will just not work with you even more. So, after many a time sitting there with an autistic shutdown, being unable to move or talk, and, like, being, like, scolded for, like, not, like, working with her. And, like, not doing the things she wanted me to do. Even though I couldn't do them at my own pace as well, right? Because that was like the like one of the worst things about that. I wanted, like, my pace for therapy is one like 1 week of rest minimum. So I want to go once every 2 weeks. Or less. I need time to process what we've talked about, and I want time to be able to do the like little assignments or things that I've been asked to do, you know, in my daily life, if we're like working on things like social anxiety or that kind of stuff. She was adamant that I needed to be seen at least once a week. At least. Mind you, I need like half a fucking week to process what we've been talking about. Because I would be going on Wednesdays. I need like basically until Sunday to fully like process in my brain what we've been talking about, what we've been doing. And then I have Monday and Tuesday to do whatever assignment you've given me. So oftentimes I just didn't. Because if you want me to go outside, and both of those days are shit fucking weather, I'm not going. And even though I was like, I don't have enough time to like process and like do things, I wasn't like given the time. So I just like started to resent her and work with her less, which ended up finally getting me my autism diagnosis. Because I was like having the shutdowns and stuff. But even with the diagnosis, I wasn't treated any better. I was never like, it was never explored with me what my diagnosis meant for me. So I was still like, I had a diagnosis, but I was still like 90% uneducated about autism. So even I didn't know what the fuck like I had. And I was still treated like a child. And we weren't even really working on that. We were still working on like social anxiety stuff. And then the pandemic rolled in while I was doing exposure therapy for social anxiety. So it was like going to the mall and stuff. And suddenly it's like going outside is dangerous because, you know, you could get COVID and, you know, you probably die. And so like I couldn't go anywhere. Apologies for the crackle. I don't know why that happened. I don't know if you heard it, but I definitely did. But yeah, instead of like stopping with it and just like doing something else, she was adamant about continuing to try and do exposure therapy for social anxiety. But, like, I didn't like the options I had with, like, doing the exposure therapy, because, like, one of the things... But, like, also, like, I agreed, like, my parents agreed with me that, you know, we're in the middle of, like, a worldwide crisis. We're in the middle of a pandemic. Just, like, staying the way you were in a time where, like, everything is going to shit and you're going through so much shit. If you can stay at, like, the same, like, mental health level as you were before that, that is progress. Because, as everyone knows now, it's fucking difficult to not get, like, so much more shit in, like, your health, both mental and physical. Like, because of, like, the whole pandemic and shit. But, like, no, she was adamant that I had to, like, keep doing things. And, like, the options I had, I didn't like, because it was either, like, reading a book out loud, which I knew I was going to get shit for. Because I read faster than I speak, which is going to get me to stumble over my words. And I knew my parents were going to give me shit for that, so I didn't want to do that. And, like, my other option would be to, like, call, a friend or a family member. But, like, you know, like, we don't really call? Like, it would be weird for me to, like, call my, like, one of my IRL friends, because, like, you know, these generations, we don't like calling people, we don't like being called. It was, like, at the time that I wasn't really into Discord sort of stuff yet. The only, like, thing I would do, like, I would, like, sit in, like, a video call with my ex. Of course, I was too used to that, so that wouldn't be, that wouldn't count, of course. And if I would call a family member, I would be stuck on the phone for, like, over 30 minutes. Because, my family doesn't do quick phone calls. And, that is, like, way too much for, like, a little assignment where you're supposed to be, hi, how are you doing, bye. So I settled on doing, like, a joint call with my ex and one of our mutual friends from her side. So I presented that to my therapist, and I shit you not, she goes, "You're gonna need to do something else the next time because this is not enough." I'm sorry, bitch. I did exactly what you asked me to do. And it's not enough. So, I, like, again, iterated, like, I am at my limit. I can't... I'm having a panic attack thinking about doing the other things you have, like the other options you've given me. And I shit you not, she goes, either you do one of those, or we're gonna have to move you to a care unit that isn't just once a week, but several days a week. AK, she threatened to get me admitted because I wasn't Because I was expressing my boundaries and that I wasn't comfortable with the options she had given me. So I told her, bitch, bye. I'm done with you. Yeah. I was like, you know what? You can go fuck yourself. It was like, thanks. But I didn't want to work with you before this. I definitely don't want to work with you now. So, we ended up, like, still, like, slightly continuing stuff, like, with, like, through my parents. My parents would be, like, talking to her, and it was, like, a while that I was, like, doing, like, little, like, extra tasks around the house, and she was, like, trying to get me to do, and eventually I was just like, I just don't want to work with her anymore. Like, we'll find something different. I just don't want to work with her anymore. So, I ended up getting my autism coaches instead, and that has been a whole better experience than this shit. And once I was 18, I went back to therapy at my therapist's office that I am at now, and it's been a whole lot better of an experience, let me tell you. Being like actually treated like an adult, like my maturity level, and like actually having like a saying and if I want to do something or not has been so much better. And like just my like my whole like mental health like recovery process and stuff. I just like seeing the chat reaction to like her threat because it really is just like what the fuck. Like, what do you mean? What the fuck? And also, like, she was already trying to get me, like, autism coaches, and to get them to come by, like, more than once a week. Joke's on you! They come by once a week, and my city council would give me more than that. Yeah. I mean, like, technically, like, I probably could have benefited from having like a special program in school because it wasn't like I wasn't failing or anything. I was doing well, but that was like the problem. I was doing too well, and I was like often like placed in classes where like there's like a huge difference between the highest scoring kids and the lowest scoring kids. So like all of the attention goes to you know, the lower scoring kids who often had like dyslexia and stuff. And I was just kind of left there because it's just like, oh, you finish your work, you've passed your tests. Yeah, that Draco. I wasn't studying really, but I was still getting good grades. But that is the reason why I'm like, I should have been in a special program, because I should have been challenged. And that's where things went wrong. Because I wasn't challenged, and I chose to do one of the, like, highest level of, like, high school classes that I could be doing when I got out. I didn't know how to study, and I went 3 years. I barely failed my 3rd year in high school without ever really studying. Because I didn't know how, and I didn't want to admit that I didn't know how, because I knew I would get an earful from my parents because they wouldn't be understanding. Because, you know, I had been like the perfect kid before, and I didn't want to admit that I basically was a failure now. And so, by the time I got to the end of the 3rd year, I barely failed. Like, I mean, like, 0.1 below what I should have on 2 different places. But at that point, I already had burnout. And I never recovered. I never recovered. I had burnout. I was often sick off of stress. I was placed on a lower level after that, but it was such a horrible class to be in, because I was like, it was in the worst class of like the entire grade. And I never finished a week. I never did. And it was like when that all went to shit that I was like, I can't do this anymore. So that's when I like finally fessed up about like being like highly depressed and not knowing what the fuck I was doing. And it was then that I got my diagnoses and everything, but I never recovered from that. I never did. Like sometimes it feels like it just keeps on getting worse. Because like even though my parents now like understand and everything, my life is still shit. Like on the one hand, my life isn't like horrible. It's like I like sit around doing things that I enjoy and shit, and like I don't really have like any responsibilities and all that stuff, so it's not like that my life is like horrible. I would like give it like a 7 out of 10 or something. But it's not what I want. Like, as much as sitting at home and like going to places where I only do like stuff that I like is like fun and all, it doesn't get me anywhere. And like there's like a big part of me that like really like regrets not being like normal enough to have a normal life with like a normal job and like, you know, being able to be like independent and stuff. It's like if I like really like work towards it, like if I really work towards it and like I really like, I don't know, I have like the perfect situation to become like a big YouTuber or like a big streamer or something. But I don't really want it. I don't want it. Like I just want to be normal. On like mild fame, yeah, If I, like, really had to make, like, this stuff my living, I would just, like, would, like, want enough attention so that, like, my streams, videos, and commissions all together would, like, make me enough money to, like, at least, like, get me, like, an apartment or something. But, like, not, like, big streamer level where you're, like, constantly, like, dealing with shit. That's like another thing, like, being a female content creator is, like, so awful. Because, like, the amount of weirdos, the amount of stalkers, the amount of false reports, the amount of drama, it's not worth it. It's not worth having. Yeah, I mean, kinda, but also internet culture has always been like that. Enable those kind of viewers? Partially, yeah, but also, like, without them, it would probably still be the same. It's like, let's be real here. Ads. I got you, I got you. I'm running, like, minimum ad schedule. Just to see if it would do something. Welcome back. As I said, I'm running, like, minimum ad schedule to try and, I don't know, see if it does something. But, God, it's so, the ad culture is so annoying. You saw Big Man's summer outfit? Nice. Come on. Come on. Go for it all. No, not like that. Ah. Good enough. I hate YouTube ads with all the AI bullshit. Yeah. At least Twitch is still okay. Because it's like, it's mostly like Amazon Prime ads and, you know, like, big brand content instead of, like, you know, your typical, like, shitty mobile game. Yeah, that would be nice. I do think YouTube has a feature where you can, like, block like certain like ad companies from playing shit on your videos. But that's a whole that's like a big hassle. You like need to know exactly like what is playing. Because like that's also gotten like a lot worse recently, and YouTube does is like a lot of it's like a lot of transphobic ads as well, and all that kind of stuff. And like there's a way for you as a creator to like not allow them to run those ads on your channel, but like you have to like manually turn it off. And usually like you don't even know that they're running that on your channel. Like people like have to tell you like, hey, I got this ad. Yeah. But yeah, luckily Twitch doesn't really seem to have that because they're like way more picky with what they do and don't allow as ads. YouTube has just literally like gone off the deep end where it's just like ads get away with more than we do. Which is like, okay. Show us what you really care about, huh? Like, we can't even say fuck, and then you have ads that are like borderline porn, and you're like, okay. I see. Thanks. I guess they rate priorities like YouTube. Yeah, or scams. Or, you know, racist, homophobic, transphobic, predatory. And it's like, they allow all that shit, but, like, we can't even talk about heavier topics without, like, having to, like, do, like, stupid, like, word changes. Or we get demonetized and it's just like, yeah, but you allow all this other shit? Okay. There's also just, like, the YouTube, like, detection algorithm. For, like, detecting if, like, there's, like, content that would get you demonetized. It's, like, way too unreliable. It's, like, how many times do you hear, like, big content creators who get demonetized for wrong reason, and then I have to go to Twitter, and yell at the YouTube Twitter to get it fixed because fucking YouTube's like support basically goes in circles. Sorry, there's a tiny little insect on my hand. It's like YouTube support goes in circles, and partner managers can't do shit. So you have to like add them on Twitter, and then they're like, okay, send a DM, and then it's just like, bruh, get off me. I'm not tasty. Go butter something else. I mean, I have nothing to gain out of it right now anyway, besides, like, some extra, like, viewership stuff. I'm not monetized on YouTube, so I can, like, say whatever the fuck I want. It can't do shit to me. What are you gonna do, to monetize me? Oh, I don't even make money anyway, haha. Yeah. That's like what a lot of people would go for. I mean, like, if anything, I would like another competitor that isn't as shady as Kick, but that still like promises like to do the things that they say they would. Kick isn't shady? Hmm. They kinda. It's all the horrible things they do in broad daylight. Yeah, but that's what I mean though. Like Kick would be great if they just like weren't all that. Ugh. Screech. Oi. Oh. I mean, you need to stand up for this one. I've sat in one position for too long and now my body's like, ah! Stay. Well, let me. Oh! Woo! Yeah, because it's such a shame because Kick was like really promising with like actually like wanting to support creators and stuff, and then it's just like, oh yeah, they do so much bad shit. I was like, oh well. Like as much as like the extra money compared to what we get on like YouTube and Twitch would be. It's not worth being involved with all of that shit. Because like their streamer incentives and stuff, they sound like really great, and it's like a big step up compared to, you know, the fucking 50-50 split we got on Twitch. But like what they do and what they house on that platform is horrible. So like I would love it if there was like another platform that just didn't do all the shit. Like if they just didn't do all the shit that they did and were like actually like a creator focused program that wasn't made by people who wanted to get away with more, basically. I would move to a platform like that. Yeah. I mean, Picardo was great, but again, what we talked about earlier, that's a little maybe later down the line, but like at this point I am not mentally equipped to like really like be around NSFW too much. This is like why I've recently been like cracking down on like comments towards like my actual self. Because I know that like people like to joke about, you know, me and like my relationship with Lego and stuff. Like, it's all fun and games, but like some of the comments like go a bit far to the sexual side. And as much as I don't mind if you like say these things about my character, some of them seem more direct at like our IRL selves, which not really comfortable with that. So like I've like started like cracking down on that a little bit more. Cause it's just like I don't fucking care what you do with my characters really all that much. Although I will have to say I know that there's like a lot of jokes about like yeah, I was talking about like comments towards our like IRL selves, like sexual comments about our relationships and stuff. Like I don't really care what you do with my characters, although thing to note. Also hello. Welcome. Like a thing to note, Gwen is Arrow Ace and probably doesn't even have anything to show on her clothes. I'm just saying that because there's been like a lot of like doll-ussy jokes and I'm just like, she probably doesn't even have anything. Let's be real here. Yeah, I don't really care what you say about them, what you like draw of them. I don't care about that. Just leave me, the person behind all of it, leave me out of it. Like, yeah, I mean, you're my art style. Thank you. But yeah, like let's be real about Gwen here. She probably doesn't even have nipples. Let's be real here. She's a doll. Probably nothing to see on her. She doesn't need it. Where would she have it? So like, let's be real here. Like, don't loot the doll. There's nothing to see there. But like the going to war for this one. What? Me instead. Yeah, loot Draco instead. But like, as you might have noticed, I'm completely fine with like Chatsy, my main model, like being like lewd and stuff. Yeah, your own risk. We're talking about some shit here. So you can look at now, what do you mean? But like, like I'm fine with like people looting this model. That's absolutely fine. Just don't involve like me as the person behind it. It's like it's absolutely within her character to like be more lewd and stuff, like more than I as a person can be. So I'm like, I'm fine with like people like referencing that or like drawing stuff for that. I'm fine with that. It's just leave me as a person out of it. Which fair, I let that go on for a little bit long. Also because I wasn't really aware that it was an issue for me until recently. I've been like a lot more adamant about like expressing my boundaries. Yeah, like don't try to do like like roleplay with me. Don't like comment about like IRL me and IRL Lego and our relationship and like, you know, the bedroom aspects of that. Like, you can do that as long don't move my GF, please. Like, you can comment on that as long as you make it very, very fucking clear that it's about our characters, not us IRL. Because as you might have seen on my Twitter, I am fine with the more lewd aspects of our characters. Because I got a little out of hand. I just watched my mic peak. I'm sorry. Do I need to turn my mic down a little? I'm using a slightly different one because my other one was just being an absolute fucking nuisance. And then this one turned out to be an absolute nuisance as well, but I think it is slightly louder. Out of hand? You were in hand. Seems fine, because I'm watching it go into the red. I might just like put like a limiter on it. How have you been an artist for? 10 years? Something along the lines. Because I know I started like what I started was like when I started like getting more into art as a hobby, I used to free draw like the sprites and like the Wii game booklets that I had. So I was 10 when I got my Wii, so I'm 21 now. So like probably a good 10 years. Probably like a good 7, 8 digital as well. So yeah. Yeah, what I was gonna do was gonna how the fuck do I keep peeking? I thought I had it set to that I wasn't allowed to go higher than a certain. Hey? I don't remember. Oh, I have gain on this, don't I? Oh well. I don't know why it's peaking, but... I can't even... I can't even... Oh, there we go. I don't know why it does that. I'll figure that out another time if that's like actually been an artist tradition for like a year and a half. I mean, that's definitely already a start. I mean, I've been going back to doing also more traditional for like a year now. So, because I started out traditional, then I moved to digital, and then recently I've been experimenting with like traditional like painting and stuff again. What the fuck is happening out there? Anyway, I wanted to get back to drawing and SFW art. I mean, it certainly is a way to pay the bills, isn't it? Let's be real here. If I wasn't dealing with, you know, the things I am dealing with, and I wasn't still living with my parents who like to walk into my room on occasion, I would probably also be doing more of that. But, you know, circumstances. So I have to settle for less. Which turned out in this case to be not even that much less than It's like, don't let me cook. Don't give me a meme idea. It'll get out of hand. Figure out how the fuck lighting isn't gonna be in a creature made of latex or rubber. Oh, but those are fun though. Like the fucking like shiny lighting. That's just fun. It's a fun bit of kink art. I mean, that's like the one Valentine's art thing I did. That kind of had that. That was like also like really fun to do. That's like one of the fun things about like making an Eldritch character. If it looks unnatural, don't worry about it. She can do that. It's like, oh, normal person's spine would be broken in this. Nah, she doesn't care. It's like the Eldritch aspect is like partially lazy, but partially also because like holy shit, is it an aesthetic and a half? I just don't worry that will grow back. Yeah. I mean, that's also like the reason why I like Gwen has like the dual joints, because you can get her to like pose really, really unnaturally, because especially depending on how you make ball joints, some of them can have like a really unnatural range of motion, and that is like kind of really fun to play with. I mean, if you've seen her back arms, she can basically almost already do that. It's also just like, I imagine Sheila and Gwen can like accidentally get her joints to pop the wrong way. I mean, fuck. Hello, what keybind is that again? I forgot. I haven't used this model in a while. 10. Ha! Is it my gummy bear eating mouth? Previously was for toes. People on this draw realistic faces and figure drawing. You guys draw crazy stuff. Comes with the territory. I mean, it depends on why you get into drawing, because if you get into drawing just because you want to, then you are like often like going to start with like more like realistic stuff. But if you decide to get into art because of like media you watch or something, you're going to pretty often end up with like a lot like quote unquote weirder stuff. Because, for example, my model is like this because I started drawing because I really got into the Sonic like fandom stuff. Hi, yes, this model is a rescued Sonic OC that was basically nothing more than a gender-bent Shadow the Hedgehog. So that's where the influence of this comes from. Just don't get into art for the purpose of taking over Central Europe, oh my god. But yeah, that's basically where a good chunk of my yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna end up making it though. Is it like I would need to be paid a lot for me to make it, to be honest. Because I know it's if I like do that and I give you guys the ability to like summon it, basically, that's gonna be all I'm gonna be streaming with. Because it was like the same with Chibu. Like, I gave you guys the ability to like grab Chibu and like half of my shit would be done with Chibu. Got into drawing with a power, being able to draw whatever you want, perfection. Yeah! I mean, part of the reason, which I didn't know until like more recently, part of the reason why I got into drawing is apparently because I have aphantasia. I don't see in my brain. It's here not a bunny suit, I have the power. Yeah, it's like, I don't see in my brain. Well, not really. I have like some like vague like grayscale that I see in my head. But because of that, I like if I like actually want to like see something, I kind of have to draw it. So that's also why I do art. The power of being able to make any characters you want to make out, yeah. That is what a lot of people do it for. I am just slowly working on my embroidery. Yippee! Oh god. Oh, I know. God. Just got slapped in the face with Eep. It was like, we're Eepy now. I was like, okay. It's like, thanks. Appreciate it. The power to draw your enemies pregnant. Oh my god. did Epic have me use on Hale? Oh yeah, the whole like pregnant joke that we're not allowed to do anymore. Oh, Yeah, number 110, 7. What did you say it cut out? Well, now I'm questioning what you need it for. No, you tell me what it's for first. What? Oh god, there it is. Several tiny flies on me. Oh no! Oh my god. I'm just like, I'm worried what he's doing with that number. Sorry. That was certainly a noise of all time. Catch-up pill, catch-up pills! Catch-up pills! He's on gotcha pills. Oh my god. I'm blocking my own light on seeing my embroidery because the window's behind me. Eh, eh, eh. Gotcha pills. Oh my god. Oh, like he's been quiet for a while. What is he doing? Either that, or he's on such a delay that he's just like not answering. I'm gonna open Steam for no reason in particular. Good. Nothing there. tiles are multicolored in a gumball machine. Some are gold, and I gotta use pocket change to get a pill. So a gachapon, but then from pills. It's what a way to go and both get addicted to drugs and gambling at the same time. How is that gonna win the love gacha games? Gonna take every pill. They're not accepting credit cards? Yeah, but it's still accepting money. I'm actually worried what the fuck he's doing. I have tons of pocket change I stole from old ladies? Oh no. I don't even have to steal, I just have to go, like, I just have to help Grandma clean up her old coin collection. I'm just, like, checking my tablet if anything is happening on here. Kobolds bring me coins like crows. Valid. The fuck is he doing with that number? Also, it's kind of funny because I don't think, he... I assume he probably didn't come from there, but, YouTube chat is currently giving me Hail, stream vibes. So I'm assuming you just found me randomly and not because of Hailstone. But it's like, it's giving Hailstone stream chat vibes. Maybe that's just how YouTube chat always is. I just, like, don't get a lot of people in my YouTube chat to realize it. Well, like, half of the time I, like, get YouTube chatters, they're, like, really young kids, and I'm just like, get the fuck out of here. I don't like hanging out with children. I am not a kid person. I am not child-friendly. Should probably go drink my tea, huh? Let me finish my stitch. Oh, ow. Okay, there we go. Let me just fold. There we go. Alright, I'll be right back. See you in a bit. Ah. Sorry. I'm back. Oh. Let's get back to what we were talking about. A warning for what? What did I do? Turn on the light real quick.
Owie. Pinch my finger. Owie. I'm okay.
What do I need to give a warning for? That I exist? Appearing out of nowhere? Eh. I just not long. Get used to it. I'm not that scary. I'm sorry, I have lungs. I accidentally inhaled a cookie crumb. I can tell her it's so easy to fuck with people I know, right? I guess I just accidentally did a downstream version of appears behind you, coughs in your ear, leaves. I was like, what? You know what it reminds you of the comic you saw? What comic is it? Sorry. Ugh. I inhaled a cookie crumb and my body is not having it. Richard's scared of magician and the magician shit the other guy's pants is a turtle. We have an ad coming in soon again. Draco, something is wrong with you. Oh my god. I mean, Draco's a furry. What do you expect, though? I said it both lovingly and derogatory. We're about to have an ad. Goodbye. Well, a little bit. It's giving me the warning for it, and then it still takes a second. Comic name, note to self, never scare a magician. Alright. See if I check that out at some point. God. Oh, there goes the ads. Goodbye. What do you think of hyperrealism in art? I mean, in my paintings, I like to work with hyperrealism a bit more. But it definitely is one of those things, like, either you get it just right, or it just looks uncanny valley. Which is why I don't really do people in hyperrealism. Like when I do hyperrealism in my paintings, I like painting mostly either animals, or landscapes. Because I feel like they're a lot easier to get right in hyperrealism than people. Lego, what the fuck did you need the number for? Tell me, what the fuck did you need it for, Lego? Tell me. Tell me now. What? You forgot! Hyperrealism has displays, but at the same time we have photography, so I go for hyperrealism incubated in the acid trip. I think with hyperrealism and art, you can go for a type of realism that isn't necessarily achievable in photography. If that makes sense. Because in hyperrealism and art, it's technically a lot easier to get the perfect picture than like, yeah, that's what I said. Hyperrealism is great, but if you get it slightly wrong, you go Uncanny Valley immediately. But like, if you can, like, if you want like a perfect picture, if you do like hyperrealism art, it is for some things easier to do that than to do it with photography, because I also do photography as a hobby. And some things you're better off just painting than trying to take a picture of. Because it's like, it's going to take you years to take that one picture you want. Share them gummies? I already ate them all. I'm sorry. I'm not really sorry, they are mine. Get your own. So, like, what? Did you really just, like, forgot about asking, like, why you asked the number, or did you forget to tell me? No, not the gummies! Yes, I ate them all. But yeah, like, I don't know if this is going to be, like, an unpopular opinion from me, but, in terms of art, I like the old masters paintings more than modern art. Because I don't know, we lost that touch recently. And like what people decide to, yeah, it's either like thought-provoking shit, propaganda, or sex. Let's be real here. Where's the hyper-realistic marble statues? Where's the intricate oil paintings? I personally like the idea of hyperrealism because being able to paint something more realistic than life itself is pretty cool. Yeah, that is entirely valid. But it's just like I went to like the like one of the really big museums here in the Netherlands in Amsterdam. And they have like the museum is like kind of split between like time periods. and like the different artists of the time and like the masters and stuff. And then like all the way at the top, like at the top floor, you have like more modern art. And like it's just like you go from these like intricate oil paintings of people and landscapes and it's like really beautiful things, and then you go to the modern art section, it's just like, oh, that's a couch of a hairy vagina. And it's just like, great. Okay. Why? If I may ask. No, like in like the big museum, there's just like this kind of like abstract, like fluffy-ish, like couch that both looks like a face and a vagina, and I'm just like, okay. Like, why is this art? Why is this famous? Like, I don't get the art part of this. But it's also like, it's become so much more abstract. This is like, oh yeah, look at these blocks of color on a white wall, but look, they're moving, and I'm just like, mm-hmm. I love it, mm-hmm. Tell me, why is this in the same museum as the Night Watch? It's just like, you could look at like some of the artists on like Twitter and stuff, and you can just look at their art, and it's like so intricate. I mean, it's like, it's just like, it looks so good, and it looks, it's like if you did like a master's study and then like applied it to modern style, it's like, that is what should be in a museum, not like, nah, whatever the fuck is in a museum now. Oh my god, stained glass, yeah. Working towards hyperrealism, I come to modern art to save my life. Yeah, I mean, like, I have a style now, but it's just... You adopt Chibus? I also don't know if you have a style what it falls under. I mean, I don't necessarily know what my style falls under either. Cause like people like IRL always ask for like, oh, like what style do you have? What do you draw? And I'm just like, what the fuck? How do I? Cause like people who don't know a lot about like digital art always assume like anime or manga or. And I'm just like, what the fuck do I say about what the hell I draw? Because it's not really, like, it has pretty heavy shading, but it's not, like, it's not hyper-realism, it's not realism really either, because it still, like, has a stylized, it has, like, stylized proportions and stuff. It's just, like, fantasy is too broad of a style to call it. And, like, I could say, like, more, like, eldritch horror, but, like, not everything I draw is eldritch horror either, so... Like, what do you call my broader style? Like, stylized realism? That's like the closest thing, that's like the closest I've gotten to giving it a name. Oh, they don't even have style changes every month. Yeah, I mean, I definitely had it as well before that. I was always, like, looking at things, like, always, like, experimenting with my style. But I think in recent times, like, it's been mostly, like, some small changes to how I draw certain aspects, but I think the overall, like, style of, like, my anatomy, my overall shading has largely stayed the same compared to what it was, like a year or, like, 2 years ago. It's like the differences are definitely there. You can definitely see that I've improved over the years. Don't, like, it's not that that hasn't happened, but uh it's more like I'm building upon the style that I had already instead of, like, actually, like, really, really changing it. And honestly, I'm happy with that. Like, I definitely still, like, look at what other artists do and incorporate, like, tiny things, tiny details from how they work and all that kind of stuff. But it's not like I look at something and I try to change my entire style to be that. But that, like, definitely is something that happens a lot more when you're just starting out. So I'm gonna get some great art books recently called How to Think While Drawing. Yeah, there are a lot of good art books out there, and there's, like, um there's also there's a YouTube channel. There's a YouTube channel whose videos I watch of, well, I don't really want to say beginner artists. Where the fuck are all these tiny flies coming from? No, like, they were, like, a beginner artist before, and what they did is they started copying the styles and the workflow of, like, bigger artists and seeing what they could, like, learn from it and then incorporate it into it's like their own work. Can I comment on either cartoon, anime, realism, and comic art styles because every month I learn a random art style. I try to find my own art style. I mean, Master Study is one of the best ways to learn. But it doesn't have to be, like, you know, a lot of people associate with, like, you know, boring, like, looking at old paintings and that kind of stuff. Master Study can also be from artists you look up to of our current time period. If there's like an artist you're really looking like up to, and they post like their workflow somewhere, what you can try and do is copy their work. Not like take it as your own, not trace it. No, you're gonna look at like if they have like either like a time lapse or like a real time like video of how they are like drawing. You follow along and you see what you pick up from it. And that is how you like learn some wild styles that you probably didn't think you would be able to pick up on. Think expressions are my weakest? Yeah. That's because I draw a lot of mouthless mechanics. Yeah, it's definitely also a lot of human expression is because of like every single aspect of the face. Now you can make it easier for yourself and like add things that are also expressive, such as these ears of mine. Like these can help a lot in making expressions a lot more, you know, expressive. Because they actually also do move with my facial expressions. Because if I frown, they go down, and if I smile, they go up. But there's also, like, challenges in where it's just like, you have a character that has less features than normal. Weaknesses, hands. Yeah, relatable. But, like, there's it's just like sometimes you have a character that has less expressiveness than usual, and like getting an actual expression on them is more challenging. But a way you can get around that is also not just facial expression, but also body language. Because a lot of the time we read expressions not only through like facial expressions, through like, you know, eyes, eyebrows, mouth, etc., but also how a person is carrying themselves, how they're looking, how they're like moving around. And that is how, yeah, posture. Like, if you're able to, like, I think that is what, like, elevates, expressions a lot more, is just having a face match, like, what the rest of the body is expressing, but also, if you don't have a face, just body language. Absolutely important. But that is also more difficult to study, especially if you struggle with reading body language and facial expressions due to something like autism. It is more difficult to convey that when you don't know what it means, or you have difficulty picking up on it. I gotta do my stretch routine. Base place will sleep. Goodbye, toodles, you depressed poodles. Good night. Don't let the eldritch bite. Watch out for the dark corner in your room. Good night. A drawing emotion you struggle to convey, understand. Yeah. One thing I have to say. Doing live 2D models has made my understanding of how mouths work a lot better. Burn. Because, like, you are, like, actually, like, forced to figure out how to do mouths, with, like, live 2D models. Lego, what did you need the numbers for? You really have me do that for nothing? Whoa. Sorry, but I cannot ignore that name. I am sorry. Holy shit. Like, I am absolutely sorry, but, I am not tolerating that. Also, you can change your name. Ignore my name, no. First of all, why is your email that? Second of all, you know you can change your YouTube name. Third of all, if your name is like that, at least, like... I don't know some trans people use that name ironically. I'd rather not risk it. Like, I am not gonna get the banhammer because I allow that. God. Wow. That, okay. Well, what were we talking about? Wait till tomorrow? What the fuck do you mean wait till tomorrow? What? No, show me now. Oh yeah, by the way, oh wait, that was my needle. There may... Oh my god. Yeah, there may be some talks, in Las Vegas right now about a charity event. It's the same one that Crab did last time. At least it's just it's not the same event, but it's like the same charity. Would you guys like it to have it as an incentive that I pull an Eric, and that I open Yu-Gi-Oh card packs in a maid outfit on stream? No, give me the like, would you guys be interested in that being a goal? The only requirement I have for adding that as an incentive is that someone else needs to pay for the cards, because I don't have the money right now. That is like the only requirement for that I will give for opening card packs on stream, IRL, in a maid outfit. When are we getting Monster Hunter X Bag Dragon, though? Imagine how much money they could make off of that. Make like a Fatalis Bad Dragon. Yeah, I know! You ever wanted to get fucked by a Fatalis in more ways than one? Here you go. You know how much budget the like Monster Hunter Wilds could have? They just release some bad dragon stuff? Like, oh my god. You know what, hold on, can I get this to... There we go. Nope. Come on. There. No, come on. Oh my... Well, never mind then. Just trying to get that name off. But it doesn't want to. It doesn't want to, so... I don't know, Joe. One sec. What? Why are you over here? Do I have you modded? Hold on. Good to know they'll still work. Spam it up, I can move the thing off screen. You're not really spamming, are you? Good job, guys. Spam. Okay, it's off. Okay, you guys are done. You've done it. It's gone. Good job. Mission accomplished. My yard is bunching up when I'm trying to get it to go through the needle. We defeated Transformia, Hale being a bottom, yeah. Good job, Hale. Hello, curious, your first time message is, a request? Sorry. Ugh. I noticed that a YouTube chat a lot that a lot of them just come and ask something. And I'm just like, hello. I don't know what the YouTube chat mode is. I don't know. Half a YouTube chat is kids. That definitely shouldn't be where they are right now. Then another portion is, weird people. And then the rest of them are just people, I guess. I'm kind of enjoying this, to be honest. Just like doing some embroidery, having a good time.
My hair is getting in the way.
How much longer are you going for? I don't know. I don't know. Until I'm tired, I guess. You know, when chat kind of dries out, I get tired. I'll probably end then. Yeah, that is the secret to getting a long stream for me, chat. As long as you keep talking to me, I'll probably keep going. Probably 2 hours? Okay. I'm probably not going that long, though. Hmm. Trying to think what more there is to talk about. We talk about trains. Trains are good. Especially steam engines. Those are my favorite. I like those. Ah. Go-karts for train tracks. That sounds fun. Yeah, they do. They do. So I really like train rides. It's just, yeah. Though I also like the ones where it's just like, it's like a tall bridge over a valley. Especially if it's like one of those like older stone bridges. Um, oh. That is a mode, yeah. Yeah.
Hello, airplane. Can you fuck off?
Yeah. I was like we were supposed to Oh my god.
busy fucking hour, is it?
I don't know why I'm turning mildly British. Apparently I air my grievances in British. So it's like I'm trying to embroider here. Please let me be. I don't need plane noises ruining my mood. I also did evil embroidery a couple days back. It's regular embroidery, but just with a thunderstorm in the background. That's fun. You should try doing an evil hobby that's literally just doing your hobby while a thunderstorm is going on.
Really gets the evil mood going.
Like, I just sat on my couch and I did my little embroidery and I like watched a little video on my phone and that was yippee. The pinnacle of evil. uh
There we go.
it might also be time to call. It's been 3.5 hours. Chat's been drying up a little bit slowly. I'm getting more and more tired. Yeah, I've been away for a while. So it's probably best I don't overdo it. It was actually really nice to just be able to sit here and have people come in and like chat with me and you know, I missed it and I don't often get like enough of an active chat to like comfortably do just chatting streams. But this is a good one. I enjoyed this one. I might do a couple more of these when I feel like I have things that my brain needs to get like throw out there. and just see what we get, how long I stream. Like, I'll just be doing my little embroidery. And then I'll talk about the things happening and, you know, see where we end up. I'm gonna be really sad if I lose the ability to continue streaming because of my life circumstances, but I guess I should enjoy it while I can. Still. My fucking... Yay, my yarn thread keeps tangling. Ooh, my back. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here. Thank you for stopping by and chatting with me, and thank you for the subs. I appreciate it. And you'll see me when you see me, I guess. Alright, bye bye, chat. Bye bye, good night.